Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Margie, I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things, and, well, doing a pretty good job of keeping myself in check today. It's a pretty good day. Just getting annoyed they freaking updated something. And I tell you what, if tech worked the way that they paid themselves to say it worked, the world would be a much better place. It's just a hodgepodge, man. It's a clusterfuck at this point. If you can get your shit to work, right on. And I'm trained in this shit, you know. But let's see, is my stream even going? Well, looks like. See, I'm getting all riled up, and Artie's leaving. He just walked out. Good boy. It's okay. You're a good dog. Good boy. Good boy. See, I always gotta stay calm because they get all, they want to make sure that I'm okay, and I'm always okay, but they don't know because I get so worked up. So, but I went to start this stream 2 times, and it didn't work. Long story short, I could go into the long and the short of it, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line's 2 streams didn't work, so I deleted both of those, started with a fresh stream and a fresh stream key. Now, it should not be this difficult. Nothing should ever be this difficult, but whatever. Such is the world today. Anyway, at one point, I even started talking for a few minutes, but it never registered. So it's all wonky. I don't think, see, and that's the thing that people are finding out is all this work from home stuff. People don't ever work when they work from, okay, let me say this, because I do know a lot of people with a strong work ethic, so I'm not going to say that. But as being in IT, I mean, the things that I've had to do for important people, go to their house and make sure their shit worked, because, they work from home all the time, but you can never get a hold of them, and they're always posting shit about their vacation. It's just all a crock, and that's what's happening is people are figuring out that all this stuff is all a crock. I was listening to a talk by the Peace Dealer. When people do this, that's probably the only time that people are ever going to see me do that. But when you flash the peace sign, it's like, that's what freaking, started all this stuff. Uncle Sam used to do that. Look up Google old pictures of, it's propaganda. It's propaganda. Victory? Just look into it, So I ain't never been, even if, people do that, deuces. That ain't me. And I ain't really in alignment with people that, do that, among other things. But I don't really know what's going on in the world today. I know the clouds were awesome. I went out and laid in the sun. I just kind of, and I had so many. It's just like, I get example. Marge, have you done the work? Are you getting mad? I tried to meditate today. I was all wound up. I was excited about stuff, and then so I laid down did about 25 minutes. Then I had to get up, get comfortable, lay back down, try to do another 20 minutes or so, and then I was just like, it's just not happening today. It's just had too much energy, Kundalini life force energy, Got to go take a shower, and over at my friend's house, her neighbor has a beautiful flowers. I mean, I tell the way people, it's cooperation is nature's way. So the way people, the earth responds in growth, flowers, tells me a lot how where their vibration sits, And I know there are people that can't keep plants alive and stuff like that. Well, a lot of time is that the bottom line is not saying everybody, but a lot of them, they're just really busy in their life and they have better things and more important things to do. So things like plant, yeah, they look nice, but they fall on the wayside. I've always loved plants. I've always had plants. I always paid people to the landscapers take care of them, and I'd go around with the landscapers and be like, what's this one? What's this? You know, what's this one? What this? What this? What this? What's this? You know, I just have always loved nature and earth. It's been my church. It's always been my church. So I'm excited about a lot of the changes that are coming up in the earth. In the earth, it's gonna be hard and uncomfortable for a while. The way I see it is like, I started to talk about this earlier and I got sidetracked. When I was a little girl, I'd flash. I get so much stimulation, so much emotion. And especially if I had an idea of how I wanted things, and then the reality of it didn't match it. I had it hair, because it's like my spirit remembers that we can manifest anything and everything we want. And so when I couldn't make things happen, when my will didn't coincide with the will around me, I would have combustion energy inside. I would explode. They call it flash. I call it flashes. Other tantrums, meltdowns. I don't think a lot of people have had them that just have gotten their way in their whole entire life. But like, I don't know, because I've been in positions that I've been felt so I have felt so powerless that I disassociated, and my spirit has come up out of my body, and you just kind of witness to what's happening. In lots of occasions, trauma, sexual trauma that happens, physical trauma that happens a lot with people with car accidents when everything stops, goes in slow motion. Everything is in frequency. Time is an illusion. Time ain't real. I believe in a multi-universe, multi-universe, and I believe, like, for every storyline, for every story created, for every story ever written, for every book in the library, for every graphic novel, and every original name of every character, like Archie and Bumstead and all the the original character and all all that stuff, all their relatives. For every story, there's a universe where that story is reality. So all these people all these creative people just live in their own universe, and what's happening is, for the sake of all goodness, people are starting to get, their scope is starting to narrow, like horse blinders. So and everybody's starting to focus that there's a real vibrational discrepancy in the world, and truth has a vibration, and lies have a vibration, and people have ignored their inner knowing for far too long, and now they're stepping into that. Not only that, they're stepping into their voice to support. Benny's verifying that in his streams. To support that people are realizing that we are just energy, and the spark that we have in us. What do we use to spark the idea, the thought process to grow from ideas? Are our ideas going to help everybody, or are they just going to make us a lot of fucking money? See, I don't even believe in money. I don't give a shit about money. I wish money didn't exist. Because there's plenty enough on this planet for everybody to do what they want, and I really, honestly, truly believe, if you think that there's freaking 87 billion people on this planet, I think they fluff the numbers. They fluff everything else. What, you think the accurately counts of the population of the Earth are going to not be inflated too? They inflate everything. That's what egos do. They inflate numbers. They inflate everything. That's why they have male enhancement drugs. Everything is inflated. Everything is made to be something that it's not. It's all fake. When men and women that wear $10,000, $15,000 suits say they care about people, they gave this country one payment of $1,200, for all the poor people. $1,200 a couple months ago. That's so cool. But you know what? Realize, for the 536 people in Congress, for those 536 people, the baseline for all of their salaries, if you add them all up, if they all made the lowest point, and they pay themselves better than that, accounts for $95 million of the taxpayers' money. $95 million. because they all make at least $170,000, $140,000. That's roughly about 10-15K a month. But here's $1,200, and now look who's getting dominated. And with all the taxes that they accumulate from everyday just everything, everybody could be getting that for freaking every month, you know. More than that, a couple grand every month. Everybody could, but they're selfish. You know, their trickle-down economics, it would have worked if they wouldn't have fucking kept it all on top. But they didn't. They kept them paying themselves, and the military and the police became one. But hey, I'm not even worried because their readiness is shit, dude. I look at all these, their readiness is like the fitness alone of these, they're like 30-40%. I'm like, man, they really let themselves go. No wonder they don't fucking have like cop calendars and shit no more. Nobody wants to look at that shit. They all done let themselves go. They did it. Nobody told them. They all, I'm so sad, eating their feelings and shit. I know it. I used to do it too. I know all about eating feelings. But you know what? Once you come into the knowing that you have a spirit, that your body is just your soul sack. It's just your soul sack, man. When your body wears out and it stops creating the spark, when your heart stops beating and your brain stops firing, when you're just done, your last breath, I believe, goes out into the cosmos, to your solar family, the solar system. Like attracts like, energy never dies. You hang out up there, then you ching, 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 idea, I'm gonna reincarnate, I'm gonna do this shit. I need to learn these lessons, so I'm gonna make my fucking life suck for the first freaking part, you know. I'm gonna go in the Akashic records and make sure that I learn the lessons I need to learn, so, because at some point you learn enough lessons, you don't gotta come back to this freaking alien ant farm. You don't gotta come back to Earth no more if you don't want to. Because for every story ever written, there's a universe possible, so why wouldn't you go visit those places instead? Earth's fucking hard, man. It's weird when dudes can't get erections unless they're fucking bombing countries. It's weird. That ain't natural. I mean, it's all about power and control. That's what everything is about, dominance. And I'm just like, dude, I ain't been about that my whole entire life. Because, I mean, fuck. I was fucking raped when I was 10 months old. So that a man, you know, dominated me. Oh, you big tough guy. I'd wonder who it was, and if he's still alive, I wonder if I'd ever get the opportunity to just like come across his way. Because even at that young, see, parents don't understand. Kids are sponges. You know, you talk down to children. I remember things from when I was 2 years old. You know, those awkward, weird conversations. You know, and my parents hated each other, so they didn't try to protect us. I mean, parking lot at Denny's, shut the fuck up, you trashy tramp. You know, shit like that. Just you know. Then sheriffs going, you know, because Dad didn't have us where he said he'd have us, and then fucking all kinds of shit, man. They fucking did whatever they could to make each other miserable, and who did it hurt? Jarrett, my brother, doesn't remember anything. I talk about stories. I don't remember that. Well, no wonder you fucking you don't remember anything. And that's the thing is people that put themselves in a little box and they ignore and then they just keep creating a life where everything they want happens, and they don't take risks, or their risks are minimal. You know, my brother's a fucking good-looking dude. You know, he's smart. You know, so I mean, it is a lot different story of him figuring out. And I don't date. I'm not a dater. I don't even see people that I'm like hubba. You know, I'm kind of past that stuff. I mean, it's been 4 years since I've even been on an excursion. You know, and I don't even care. It ain't that deep to me, because having a conversation with somebody is far more important, you know? It's far more important. And the other stuff is important too, but I just say it shouldn't run people's lives, and they shouldn't ruin other people's lives to do it. Like, I mean, I know these sex workers are freaking out right now, because once you start healing, it won't mean that much, you know, because when people validate themselves through chasing sensations and fucking $15,000 suits and shit, and then once people start figuring out, oh, you ain't of the light, that's some shallow shit, and that's cool if you want to be, that's cool, dude. I don't judge people. I lived in the shadows, incarnation after incarnation. But as you progress, you're supposed to release that density and that low vibrational behavior and live like that less. So lessons learned. I don't, you know, don't freaking come at me with your low vibey shit. It didn't mean that. I mean, we need low vibrational behavior to make the high vibrational behavior high. You know, it's all needed. It's all necessary, but. I'd like to see a lot less grossness in the world. First, it's gonna get gross. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get so much worse. And I'm really trying not to tie any kind of freaking one thought on any outcome. But I keep seeing pictures that I've been seeing for the last 2-3 years since the Great American Eclipse flashes. You know, I've been talking about this stuff for years. I've been tracking the astrology. That's what this whole is a video library of the astrology since then, you know, my life progressing in it as in Western, Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon, Cancer Rising, and in Vedic, I'm Pisces Sun, Scorpio Moon, Gemini Rising, and I got freaking a lot of water. I got no Earth. Got no. Hi, Stanley. This is Stanley. Kitty meow. Kitty meow. He's my Frissy, huh? You were Frissy in your bed. He said, I did not get to go outside as long as I wanted to today, and I'm not happy, and you tell them all about it. The freaking neighbors had the gardeners. They freaking. I need to go live on a hill. Other people's noise, man. I can't handle other people's noise. I need my safe, quiet little nook where there like no helicopters or planes flying over, freaking stupid sirens all day. And there's this one asshole cop. I'll probably run into him before I leave because I just set the attention out there. He likes to chirp. He likes to toy with the people that he pulls. Chirp, 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 chirp. He plays with his siren when he's pulling people over. I hear him all the time. Rip. Rip, rip, like, got you. Yeah. See, those are the fucking low vibrational motherfuckers that, you know, and I know that they're assholes and they go home and they're fucking dicks to their kids because they want to control them, and then their kids are all sensitive, you know, and all ass beat out like me and have all this energy and they just want to be quiet. It's just like, control, be still, shut up, man, control, control, control. Right now they're freaking out because they're not getting enough sleep and they're actually having to fucking go out and work because, as you can see, a lot of them let themselves go. I looked up a thing today. I was reminded of it because I talk about this all the time. In the military, police are the second lowest test scores in the ASVAB. Okay? The lowest test scores are the folks in services, the nice people who wipe down the gym equipment, and the folks that pour the scrambled eggs onto the griddle in the chow halls for us. So, those are the lowest test scores. And then the ones above that are the constables on the police, the law enforcement, okay? And then they give them guns and then their egos. And they're the same kids that grew up, their moms loved, they were just mama's boys. Oh, their moms just loved them so much. Mommy's in here. Oh, precious baby can do no wrong, you know, never had to be told, no jocks, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, he's right here. And so I looked up here and it's like Air Force ASVAB and education requirements. Air Force recruits must score at least a 36 points of the 99-point ASVAB. So all you got to do is score a 37 to be a cop in the military, and they give you guns. And then when you get out, you're pretty much assured, whether you see any action or not, a job at home, back where you came from, because they're so proud of you for what you did. They're so proud of you. So here, you always have a job with us, right? Right? So then they go back home, you know, and then they still fucking pick on all the people that they fucking picked on, you know, and they all know where the kids still hang out, and they, you know, they still fucking like cats that toy with mice because they love the smell of fear, like Biden smelling kids. Fucking creep, you know. People, you know. I like smells too. I like clean smells, you know. And people with wear their perfume and cologne, these creeps always wear the same fucking cologne and perfume too. It's disgusting. Hi, Talkie Room. Hello, Changing Stone. Aloha, Ahmad. Isn't Ahmad like Mike? Something like that. I worked with a Khalid Ahmad. I worked with Ahmad at G4S. He's from Pakistan. He and his wife, one of those arranged marriages. He fucking was egomaniacal. He fucking dude would embarrass. It was like they did. Everybody in the company, like when the president would come to town and stuff, it's like, don't let him talk. Just don't. And he would just be like, hey, you gonna buy us free lunch? Everything was always about free food. Free food is just it made me as an empath, because everybody freaking felt awkward. So when he would speak, I would not only feel awkward, but everybody's like awkward too. So anyway, he taught me a lot about Muslim religion and a lot about Pakistan and freaking. I love PK, that movie PK, and I love the culture. I just love all different kinds of cultures, and it's just I don't know, it's pretty. He was like why I ended up moving out here, because we were sitting there one day and it was just like slow and stuff, and I was like, man, what am I doing here? I just got out of a 3.5-year relationship. It wasn't that rad to begin with. Whatever. Learned a lot. We'll just say that. And freaking, and he's like, Marge, just go. You've been talking about it for just, you have nothing to keep. I'm like, I don't. And then that's what set me on my trajectory out to here, and then the world freaking. I knew it was coming, though. I knew it was coming. I saw it coming. And I really try not to say I told you so, because I fucking hate people. That's why I don't like that KRS Vedic astrology, dude. No, he fucking drinks whiskey. Alcohol removes your spirit, so I ain't really in alignment with people. And when it removes your spirit and then you let your ego come in that much, nah. That's all I hear, over ego. White noise. Look at all this shit that I have to buy to so that you think that I'm important, but really I don't got no content. Anyway, I haven't listened to one of his talks in a long time. Like, maybe he's stepped in more into his light side. Give him a benefit of the doubt. So I checked in on him, and he freaking one of the first things, I told you so. He said, I'm just going to start out with this. I told you so. And I was like, nope, check out. I'm a freaking stickler, man. You're fine. Go ahead. You're okay. All the dogs are, well, not these dogs aren't fired up, but and the cat's walking through, and Mom's even antsy. I got to wash Mom's hair. Over on Snapnacks, I think, is that the one? Or Third Eye Activated. I think it's Third Eye Activated with 3 eyes. On Instagram, I posted a picture of her. She is so cute, and I'm going to end up on this because I'm getting kind of long. I'm so glad that I have an opportunity to heal my relationship with Mom, because we had a tough go around the first part. She's been with me about 12 years now. I got to sit down and do the math. Time's weird, goes fast, slow at the same time. But we ain't always been cool, see? And looking at her picture that I posted on Third Eye Activated today, I'm excited because I see my face in her face. I never saw it before. I could never see my face. I could see my father's face, but I could never see past my father's face to see my mother's face in there. And now that I'm getting older, I see her face, so it's important that you do whatever you can. I mean, hey, but trust me, I also got a parent. I did whatever I can, and my effort was vast, and it was great, and it was substantial. And now my effort is through, and that's that. So I know what it's like to have to let go of relationships that aren't in your best interest, and no love lost, because there was very love. I never felt that vibration there, it wasn't reciprocated. So, but the thing of it is Luna! freaking kids are outside playing, I think. Thing of it is, but one day, God willing, I don't know if how long I'm gonna be of this earth, but if I stay, hopefully I'll live to be at least 69 like her, because my face is only gonna look more like her face, and if I would have lived from my ego and not from my heart, that I could have been, cut her out of my life, did what my brother said, just throw all of her shit on the sidewalk and change the locks. Yeah, he's a lawyer high up in government in California. That's how they think, because they never been through shit, or whatever shit they remember, they just block out and shut out, and then they create a life where nothing bad ever happens. But that karma is coming, it's coming, and so I'm just grateful that Mom and we have such a cool relationship. I made like a spa day in the backyard, so I have to wash her hair in the backyard, and I have this sun chair, and I put all these, put a blanket and towels, made it all soft, and in a pillow, and I even put on spa music, and so she's just laying under the tree, and and try to make it, because it's uncomfortable for her, and she don't like it. She don't like using the shower, so she just don't like it. So I just try to make things as comfortable as I can. Can't wait to get in a place where things are, easier, because this place is just a logistic nightmare for what I got going on in my life. Anyway, things are happening. I feel good about things, and I'm gonna have to let Luna out. She was just, oh, you came in? Did you want to go potty? Did you need to? Yep, she does. She said, I do, thank you. She got some soft canned food, and it kind of goes through her, I think, so God bless her. Anyway, that's about all I got. It's too much information. I just make everything awkward. Hope you all have a rad evening. Peace.